Men are heavier than broken hearts. So
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old. My name is Sonny. Sonny Featherland. An investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department, one half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too.
this is gonna be fun.
Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment, and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature.
Dogs.
I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement. What could possibly go wrong?
Work district, former Alice Hotel. So weird to look at. I'm not gonna lie.
Ah, crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
Alright, alright.
Every whiskey has the same color nowadays, at least in this price range. I promised myself I'd write a novel one day.
Still got time, still
I
got
don't
time.
even know what these papers are.
You just have a stack of them? Can I... Oh, I can. I don't have any numbers to know, though.
Books I'm never gonna read. Maybe nobody ever has.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those.
She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know.
Just this
My
paper boy
wallet
stuff.
and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine, so I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes, just in case.
How's that gonna help you?
My last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal.
The one in the cereal box is obviously gonna look like a toy.
I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded. I need another drink. I don't even know where the key is. Whatever's inside is gonna stay there forever.
Just pick the lock or break the glass? No?
The Wild Gentlemen. Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground.
A very cynical
We used to
chicken
be
cop.
star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight.
I wish you would zoom in on the photos at least.
M.B. Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants.
How are you losing all that?
The good things in life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes.
It's just saying the best shoes are going to be sold out fast. And this one.
This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life, before Molly left me and took our daughter.
Oh. And then we could see her. Okay.
Behind that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles.
This is his bedroom, so this is his house. So she just broken into his house.
I wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here, whether I like it or not.
Everything else still okay? What's this? Notebook. Notebook is Jack's best friend. Here you'll gather vital information about the case, suspects, or victims, and the location you'll visit. Doesn't work, click on any text or picture in your notebook to read the translated version in your language. Let's just Codex. The Chicken Police is a famous detective duo. Santino Sonny Featherland and Marty McChicken gained fame through a case the press called the Bloody New Year's Eve. They flew high for almost 10 years when a fateful brawl put an end to their legend. There's a series of novels about them by Meredith H. Marble. They had published 10 books over the course of 7 years before the series faded out of public interest, as did the Chicken Police itself. Clarkville has been an independent city-state for more than 900 years. During the city's foundation, 4 nations had joined forces, represented by the 4 animal figures and the 4 hands on the crest of Clarkville. In reality, the tribal alliance of the reptiles and the great insects, oh god, hell, plans had also played an essential part in the city's founding, but they never got to be represented on the crest. This gave birth to a political and cultural antagonism between the species. Clarkville preserved its political autonomy and the dream that it's the only state in the wilderness where predator and prey of any race can live in peace. Hence the name, the City of 1,000 Colors. Right, Greenhorn right now. 2 codec entries, 1 scene out of 32 different scenes. Okay.
Maybe I'm just old. And while I'm clucking about nothing ever changing,
I think I read this one.
Everything changes. You've gone out of style, old bird. Accept it and move on. Who is this dame, anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
Speak.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah.
It's so
Miss
weird to
Deborah
look at.
Ibanez.
Because at least he has the jacket. With her, it's just straight. It just goes human arms, and then immediately starts going into the fur, and then deer. Deborah Ibanez.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Yeah, I can tell. I mean, you had to have picked the lock to get into my apartment and then came into my office to wait for me.
Look, miss, I work for the police and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
Why is he just so comfortable with this? He's just like, yeah, whatever.
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've got to have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Ah, thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
Why do you say sherry?
What a coincidence.
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
Okay, wait. She didn't say anything though. Maybe that's no, notebook though. Step she's an Impala. Gender female. Special feature: pretty and fragile. Nothing too special. Personality: she runs errands for her employer. A sophisticated lady, but I don't think she's been particularly wealthy or influential family. Wild ones. 3 gods are revered in most places across the wilderness. They're the great wild ones who make up the holy trinity of creation, destruction, and silence. Herity? Herity is the goddess of creation. These are interesting names. Patapti is the lord of destruction, and oh come on now, these like something out of Skyrim. Nikvati is the genderless ghost of silence and nothingness, keeping the balance between creation and destruction in their never-ending conflict. Anything new?
Legs that go on for days. Deep, dark eyes. Silky skin and voice. You're in big trouble, pal. That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats, exactly?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
Red letters. Chicken police painted red.
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please. That's why I'm here.
Clues. The victim, a lady, is the target of some strange threats. All of them are written. Okay. Please question. What you should know about the suspect is he or she suspicious? Concentrate on that. Subject: John Doe. Fellow who is suspicious and concentrate on that. Suspicious. Detective meter impressions. What? Gather impressions from the suspect. Every impression adds a new line. I like that little image that it had. Impression. Questions, so many options. Detective meter is your best friend. It shows how well the question is going. Keep it on the positive side. Got it. Blah, blah, blah. I like that. 100%. Hundo P.
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I can scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
Phrasing. Phrasing, for the love of God, phrasing. Gosh, it's smart. Okay, so
who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
How did you get in here, though? That's what I want to know.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
doubtful. So it went down. I asked one question. I didn't get a chance even. I can't pull my notebook out.
Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? Calavera Hills? Flowerville, maybe?
Figure out.
Look, I don't want to answer that.
Oh shoot, that's not.
I'm
I
on behalf
meant
of my
it for the. Oh
and
god
not
dang
on
it.
personal business.
I want to go back. Dang it.
Fair
No.
point, Deborah. Let's try it.
I messed up. Okay. I thought they were gonna be right because it's an employer. Stop playing the French. It's singing. It's just gone. It's on worse. Okay, so then.
Why did you have to visit
Lost
me
this
this particular evening?
Sounds like an even question.
I have my reasons.
Oh come on.
I may look like a silly little fawn, and maybe I am, but I still have common sense.
You were sent here though. You said earlier.
I don't doubt that for a second, Miss Ibanez.
By your employer, right?
This day is essential to
I'm
my
not paying
mistress,
attention.
and she thought it's also important to you.
A message in itself, for sure. But to be honest, even you are.
You know what? I'll just take that as a compliment, even if it wasn't meant as such.
Oh wait, no, we are on the positive side. Okay, okay. Okay, no, we're okay. She doesn't want to talk about personal stuff. So born and raised in Clawville is not good because I was trying to ask what area she was in. She didn't want to reveal that. I was wondering if she's not part of high society. Okay, we'll just
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
Yeah.
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
How
Okay.
so?
How's that? It's cat.
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that. How did you get this address?
You know, my mistress has exceptional connections.
Oh yeah?
If they were so exceptional, she wouldn't have chosen me.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Detective. You are the head of the famous chicken police, am I right?
Was it a raccoon with a scarred face called Zip who recommended me? He hates me.
No, Mr. Featherland. I don't know anyone like that.
Lucky for you, Deborah. What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
I expected your help, just like my mistress said.
Oh, that's very nice. But have you seen this neighborhood? Have you seen this wreck called a hotel? Who were you hoping to find in a place like this?
Someone reliable
Well, I am reliable.
and discreet
That's right.
and thorough
No question about
Why
that.
is she saying it like this?
and has a heart of gold.
Okay, let's stop it right
Trying
there.
to butter me up. Okay.
Do you think you're cut out for this
Yeah,
kind of
that's
work?
this one.
Not in the slightest.
Then why all of this?
Yeah.
I just can't say no to Natasha.
Would she
You
hurt
mean-
you if you did?
No, of course not. She's my friend.
I see.
Okay. suspicious. Is it too direct? Oh,
Don't you
let's go.
think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Look, Santino, I'll explain everything.
All right, there we
I have
go.
no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart. No offense.
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I haven't heard it.
You see, we're starting to understand each other.
She just said she's gonna explain everything.
If you won't come clean, what's the point of all this?
Okay. Well,
But, Mr. Featherland,
I'm sorry, sweetheart, but I'm way too old for this game.
please, just think again. For me and my mistress's sake.
okay.
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Heh, smart answer.
Be honest.
Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him,
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
exactly.
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
Yeah.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
Criminal kingpin, huh? Oh, that's just perfect. Hey, I did all right. All right, we'll keep going then. Check the notebook. It's all written. Mysterious minister. Is a certain Miss Natasha Katzenko. The employer Natasha's current significant other is the infamous gangster Ivan Wesley. Deborah. She's afraid, she's secretive, and outstanding actress. In any case, not everyone she is true. Pretty sure about that. Her employer currently bolsters the ranks of Ivan Wesley. Put it mildly, this explains the cloud of fear. She is the employer of Miss Deborah. She's allegedly receiving serious threats. Probably the girlfriend of notorious gangster Evan Wesley. This explains a lot of things, mainly the excessive secrecy. Go back to people. Oh, okay. Cat. This catus. Such feature remarkably green eyes and definitely in trouble. So am I. Hobart Ivan Wesley. Rat. Ratus. Special feature good looking, charismatic, and a cluckin' gangster. One of the most well-known gangsters, Clawville, real estate mogul, bank director, museum owner, distiller, smuggler, and information broker. And that's only half of what I heard about him. He has just dirty little paws everywhere in the sea. Well, they don't have paws, they have regular hands. He's got regular hands in there.
Oh man, I totally get you. Ironic, but ever since I've been on furlough, with only my fake badge sitting in my cabinet, I feel more like a cop than I ever had before. More like a Clawville cop, anyway. I haven't dusted you off in a while, partner. Looks like I may be needing you now.
That's for sure. Okay, do I ask her questions then? No?
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints, you know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555-111.
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's
You item.
see.
Alright, let's take a look at it.
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
No, Molly very well. So she's threatening Molly.
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my
God
head
damn
with
it.
a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
Mr. Featherland?
What's up?
Santino, are you all right?
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Oh, I do.
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
Blackmail?
Don't play innocent with me.
But
All right. When can I visit?
visit me?
Not you. Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
I'm gonna look for you. What you should have known that I was talking about Katsenko.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko, but there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
And that is.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
Quit it.
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
Rabbit man. A lot of stuff. The rabbit. Tasha, the cat's or the Tsar Club. Either way, it's a threat. Owner owns the Tsar Club. Louis C. Hayworth, rabbit. Nope. Old friend of mine. He's stuttering heavily when he talks. This is the owner of Most Respectable Atlas Hotel and a good friend of mine. At the moment, he's my landlord. There's only two of us living in this unbelievable enormous hotel. Wait, what? There's only two people in there? In a large hotel? That's nutty. Okay. This is number. Places. Used to be a nice place. Now we're competing. Who gets swallowed by the K first? The hotel's winning, but honestly, I'm not that far behind. Second Club Hotel. One of the most famous nightclubs in the city. The owner is the Juicy. Okay. Artist Fist frequent the place, and it's famous for not serving cops, except if they kneecap in the dirt. Something up with the map. Speak to her again.
Thank you again, Mr. Sonny.
Don't mention it, Deborah. I had no other plans for today, except drink. But tell me, do you have a light?
I'm sorry, I don't smoke.
Thought so.
Can I leave now?
Just a phone call, and a good friend of mine can take you
I have
home.
to click it again? Okay.
Thank you, Sonny.
Oh, I need a call. That's why. What's his number? Duh. 555-932.
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
No. Of course not, Sonny. Old friend. What's up?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
Curious if I do. Curious who picks up. I know it's for the police station, right?
Bravo PD, how can I help you?
Ah,
Lewis arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here. Not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it. And now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place.
I think I've got a bullet hole through my whatever this is. Hey, Louis.
Thanks for being so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long,
See ya.
Deborah. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
Let's give him a ring. I'm feeling I have to call him.
The good old rabbit. I can always count on him, even on New Year's Eve.
Now there's a reason for me to dial it over. 5, 5, 5, 1, 1, 1. Come on, give me Marty. No answer? Wait. Oh, okay, I can leave now, is what it is, that's why. The HQ of the department, aka the meat grinder, huge dark building for shady people. And I don't necessarily mean those who are sitting in the jail. I can go different places now. Main scenes, limited scenes. Limited scene, story down, scenes determine which locations open and close. You need to complete all of these if you want to beat the game. Limited scenes are those open for a specific duration, which is determined by the main story progression. If you are a completionist, be sure to visit all of them before you move to the next main scene. Closed scenes cannot be reached for the time being. This state will often change throughout the story progression and can be temporary or permanent. Top tip, pick the next main scene if you're absolutely sure you don't want to visit any of the available limited scenes anymore. You may not be able to visit them later. Holy clock.
It was New Year's Eve, and I was driving, half drunk, risking my whole life's work. But still, it didn't feel any different. Every day was the same. And the 121 days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out the window of the hotel room I call home, I see the same thing every day. A woman in a red nightgown dances slowly in circles to smooth music. The 9 o'clock show, with a glass of cheap bourbon and the red gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of Clawville is slowly eating itself alive. And we're still here, with nothing left to lose but our sanity, while others, the smart ones, had already gone. Molly. Does her name really upset me this much? All those years of solitude, and I still jump without question every time I hear it. And then there's Marty, my ex-partner, who hates me. But I know I have to speak with him, no matter what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night?
Chapter 1, Detour.
I knew where to find Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called the Bloody New Year. Forgotten by Clawville, but not by us. We both left parts of ourselves behind that night.
What? How bad was it?
Phyllis and Roy's. Two hedgehogs with an arrogance typical of novice cops. They're as prickly as they look. Officious little shitheads, but
Oh, dang.
harmless.
Say hello.
Well, look at that. Hey, Sonny, what you scratching out over here? I heard the
So he
big
has
boss
paws.
threw you out.
Tough luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well, more than you.
Hey, you don't have to be so peckish, old bud. By the way, you're on luck. Blood Boil's not in tonight. Malloy is in charge.
Oh, God. That clumsy buffalo is here tonight. If he doesn't end up in a cell again, he's lucky.
You got it.
That guy seems okay. Royce
You
is
looking
okay.
for Marty, eh?
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah, I'm looking for Marty. Birds of a feather flock together.
I see you're still the funny guy round here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range. As always.
A bit rough with one of them.
Hey, Royce, I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark, I'll strangle him with his own raincoat.
Jesus.
I'd love to see that.
Hey, whose side are you on, you jerk?
His voice sounds weird.
By the
Awesome,
way,
so-
what's with the raincoats? Couldn't you find an umbrella?
Why? Frank says it'll be rain. And see, it's raining. He's a frog, so he must know.
Yeah, but every time you put those on, new holes are gonna be put in because you're not gonna have it on the same exact spot every time. The coat's just gonna get worse and worse. That's completely useless.
Yeah, well, I'm a rooster, but I hate getting up early.
Raincoats are just fine, okay. You have a problem with that, Sonny?
No, just, you know, the spikes sticking through and all.
Exactly.
Is something wrong with our spikes, chicken?
Yeah, you know what? Just forget it.
Never said anything was wrong with the spikes, just that it's gonna keep poking holes in it. Doesn't make any sense.
Back in the day, I used to patrol the city's streets in one of these. I don't miss it, but it used to have its advantages.
That is a truck. That is not a car. That is not a squad car.
This happened when that old bloodhound, Blood Boil, was promoted to chief of police.
Take
The
people that much
Castilia
of a
clan
dog?
thought this would frighten the old hound, but they were so wrong. Retaliation came the next morning. Raids on 4 warehouses, a dozen bad guys dead, and twice as many busted.
Thank you for the round.
Nobody messed with old Blood Boil after that, or Chief Marrowbone, as they call him around here. Could have been fixed up ages ago, but it was the chief's explicit demand not to. They can say a lot of things about the old hound, but he's got a sense of drama for sure. Could have been fixed up ages.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Did you miss me? No? Same here.
Anything
We
else?
have a tough history, you and me. Maybe it's time to forget about the past, eh? We
More?
have a tough history.
Nope. Just make sure there's no more over here. Okay. Poster. Blood Boil?
Every time this poster disappears, good old Blood Boil puts it right back, immediately. I tore it down at least 3 times already. Actually, it's a kind of passive-aggressive game for us with the chief. I'm sure it's Blood Boil himself taping back the torn-off posters, like some maniac. He must have a dozen of those things in his bag for emergencies.
Why do you keep tearing them down, though?
I'm sure it's blood boil. Here we are again, Clawville Police Department. I've never been good at history, but if I'm not mistaken, this place has been a church, a hospital, and even some insane cult's secret hideout over the years. Anyway, the place holds the secrets of the ages, and some drunk pigs in the basement.
Okay. What are you? Woodpecker, Yorkshire Terrier, another cat, a bulldog looking like, and this snake looking man.
Mort
Lizard.
Mardigan, a notorious deadbeat. Poor guy's been blind since his teenage years, but that doesn't stop him from running into trouble. What the cluck did he do this time?
What would you do, Mort?
Mort, you scabious beast. What the hell did you do?
It's like a Komodo dragon. How wrinkly the neck is.
It's Morty to you, sonny boy. Everything's fine. There was just a bit of trouble in the bar, and someone got knocked on the head with a glass. It wasn't my fault. I'm as blind as a bat, am I right?
You say that, but you got glasses right there.
Did that ever bother you, Morty?
Listen, sonny boy. Go tell them to leave me alone, eh? It's New Year's Eve after all, and I didn't even do anything wrong. Not that wrong.
Where's your little lapdog to get you out of this mess? Is that little pimp of a midget still sniffing around you?
Jesse is a good boy, Sonny. And he's good to me, believe me.
Oh, God, spare me the details. When will you finally realize that little shit's been using you?
Oh, of course he's using me. What could a pretty boy like him want from this old monster, eh? Still, Sonny, I have no one else. You understand that, don't you?
Even you deserve better, pal. By the way, you look horrible, even for yourself. Are you feeling okay?
Well, I'm not what I used to be, but neither are you, judging from your voice. But I'm seeing a doctor, sonny boy. I really am. Are you?
Don't need to, Mort. I'm fine. Anyway, if Bubo prescribed you something, don't even think about taking it.
Bubo?
I don't talk to that insane owl.
Damn right.
Please, say something on my behalf, okay? I really don't have time for this detective buffalo shit.
Hey, careful with that. Buffalo Malloy is the chief today.
Like I care.
I'll try to speak for you, but keep it down till then, okay? You don't need this shit, and I don't need it either.
Sonny boy, you've always been a good friend.
More like a clucking pigeon.
Alright,
Monica Rosen. Receptionist in theory, but in reality, she's doing literally everything around here. Like the beating heart of the PD. She's too good for this place, even for this city.
Talk to her.
Hey, Monica.
It's so weird. Why are there even glasses?
Hey, Boss Bird. What are you doing here?
That's not how I
Shouldn't you
expected
be
to sound.
celebrating somewhere?
Every day's a holiday since I got out of here.
I can tell. But what are you doing here? Are you here for a file? You know, I'm a little busy right now.
Yeah, you could look after a few things for me, but first I'd like to talk to Mr. Big Beak McChicken himself. Those two prickly assholes told me he's emptying the magazines in the hole.
Like always. And if he carries on like that, he's gonna use up all our ammo. So it would be nice if you drag him out of there. You know how this day is for him.
For him?
You know I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so just sign here and you're good to go.
Thank you, darling.
Don't mention it, Boss Bird.
Boss Bird.
I'm really not in the mood to meet Deputy Malloy or any of my ex-colleagues from the Predatory Division. Officer Jardine. They say she's...
Wait, did I do that?
Officer Jardine. They say she's clever, smart, and dangerous. We need more of her kind in here.
That's not just a cat. That's like she's a mountain lion.
One of Blood Boyle's favorites. Mainly because he's a dog, of course.
Bosco.
Detective Chow Hound Bosco. He thinks he's a real alpha, but nah, he's just a lapdog.
Let's talk to him.
Holy wild ones, look what the cat dragged in.
Oh wow, the way his shirt is moving is weird.
Hello to you too, Bosco. I see you're busy as always.
Wait, he's got fur coming out.
I've been
Does that
sniffing
mean they
around one
shave
of the
normally?
rundown joints. You know how it goes. And boom, this son of a lizard comes flying out the window. I didn't know the lizards could fly. So, Mort was being a bad boy again. Nothing unusual. And you? Still dying?
I'm still a cop for another 121 days, Bosco. It's as unpleasant to me as it is to you.
All right. No need to bite. Wasn't trying to mess with you. You have Moses and Plato for that. And of course, Blood Boil.
Let's hope I won't run into any of them tonight.
Looking for Marty, eh? Ever since you left, he's kind of lost. He's trying to hide it, but he's not the same bird.
I've heard your voice before. Sniper Elite. He's the same voice actor. Is he the same voice actor for Sniper Elite? Sniper Elite series?
Well, I don't think we'll have a teary reunion, thinking about how we parted.
Let me give you some advice, Sonny. Let him rage. He'll be the same after that. Anyway, he was the one that shot you, right? You should be mad, not him.
It's not that simple, Bosco, but we'll see how he reacts. Thanks anyway.
No worries, pal.
So we're okay. Me and that guy show. Please
Honor,
Christ.
strength, unity. For the love of the wild gods, I'm gonna be sick. We used one of these as target practice once. Not out of disrespect. We were just too damn drunk. We used one of these.
Except for that. I guess this
We
one?
used one of
No,
these.
same thing. Okay, there's that
Marty
machine.
drinks this shit. I've never tried it, but I'm pretty sure it's gross and probably toxic.
What's in there?
Today is not the day I'm gonna try this. For me, nothing beats the iron-flavored, turbid tap water.
You'd rather that than a vending machine? I'm assuming it's soda then, right? In there? I can't get a good... I think it says beer on there. Right there, where the eyeball is. Shooting range.
This is gonna be a hard ride. Last time we saw each other, he had a smoking gun in his hand, and I was bleeding. I don't know how we can get past that, but it's worth a try.
That's why the ball hole's there. Okay, exit poster, we can practice. Light switch Marty's guns. Poster. Keep your gun clean, Mr. Law.
Long thighs and a big gun. That's Marty's idea of a perfect woman. Can't blame him for it. Hello, Cassandra. I hope we'll meet again. Oh God, I'm starting to sound like Marty.
Hey, if you let the ammunition boxes open again, I'll kick your clucking ass, Marty. You meant leave.
I know her well. Marty calls her Susie, and I have to say, this little she-devil pulled us out of many tough situations over the years.
It's Susie.
Claudia. Tiny, dark, and angry, and hits you where it hurts the most. I believe this piece is forbidden. Cops can't use it, but this is Marty's personal collection, so it doesn't matter. At least nobody has ever complained. Her
Big
Majesty
Bertha
Big Bertha. Or rather, Big Bertha II, because there was one before her. A sawed-off little broad, but we lost her in a swamp. Marty cried for a week. But once he saw this giant lady here, the balance of the universe was restored. I still remember her kiss. What can I say? It's the experience of a lifetime.
So he was shot by the shotgun, of all the things.
I still Linda. Or maybe Layla. Can't remember. Fortunately, I had the displeasure of meeting her only a couple of times on duty. She bites. Just like the women Marty loves.
Kinky.
Marty only uses her in very dark cases. And on those nights, she almost always takes a life. Or maybe two. Marty has a dozen guns, but Susie's one of his favorites. He got her from a fish we rescued from muddy waters together. Those were the days. Marty looks good. Big and loud and angry as always.
Oh, let me take a look at it before I talk to Marty, actually. There's quite a few people here. Martin McChicken. Special feature, unusual height and weight for a fowl. Shining white feathers. He shot me once, and I deserved it. Carlton Phillips, Hedgehog. Checkered Male, special feature, I hate him. Mason Royals, male, special feature, I hate him almost as much as I hate his partner, Phyllis. I mean, Royals didn't seem too bad. Boscarelli? Not us? Yeah, Boscarelli? Dog, male. Special feature. They say he's able to devour anything that crosses his path. That's why he got the new Chow Hound. I mean food, right? Food, right? Special feature. A little ass. Jesus. He's too small of a fish in the ocean. Worth to be bragging. Big and dumb. Resembles my partner, Marty, except that Reyes doesn't have a kind heart. Tactic Boscarelli, alias Bosco. He works in the Predator Division, as do I. As I used to be more precise. Monica Rosen, Hummingbird, female. Special feature, she can watch over 1,000 things at once, and she's an angel. The soul and heart of the police department. She is a hummingbird in theory, but many say she's a real angel who fell from the sky. When I used to come to the station daily, her presence was a sugar in my bitter morning coffee. Mort Mardigan. Yeah, he's a Komodo dragon. I knew it. Looked at the deck. Male. Special feature. He's old and blind and an unrepairable wreck. A light-fingered bastard. He's blind as a rat, but also one of the biggest scoundrels the city has ever seen. He could have been a good guy, but he got lost somewhere halfway. Now he's too old to save himself. There was some fight in the club where Mort was at, but surprise. He's an old friend, so I can put in a good word for him. Lucius Wilford Boyle, Blood Boyle, dog, male. Special feature. The chief is a real legend. He also hates me. Oh, that's great. Dr. Reginald B. Bubo, Eagle Owl, male. Special feature, Morphinus, neurotic, old and ugly. But he's an old friend from the golden days of chicken police. So friend, but he doesn't trust him at all. It seems like Moses and Plato. Moses is a Tibetan sand fox, and Plato is a palace cat. They're old rivals of Sonny and Marty, currently working at Clawville PD Homicide Division. Okay, now let's talk to Marty.
Hey, Marty.
Oh, well, look who's here. Hello, Boss Bird. Were you lost? This is the PD building, you know.
Cut the shit, Marty. We're better than this.
Well, at least you are. Better than anyone, huh?
Marty, come on, let's forget that. What's past is past.
Easy for you to say, Sonny.
Damn it, Marty, you shot me, remember? I almost bled to death.
Hell yeah, I remember. Unfortunately, my aim wasn't good enough.
I need your help, okay? That's what you want to hear.
Well, it's a start.
Okay, I've said it. I won't do it again.
Yeah, right.
So, are you in? Just for tonight. Small case. We'll wrap it up in no time.
What kind of case?
A personal one.
How personal?
Very. The kind of case where if you come with me right now, you're not on duty anymore.
Ooh, damn, Sonny. Stop it right there. I'm in.
That's
okay.
it?
Yeah, that's
Do you know how boring life is here without your stupid, reckless shit? Soon enough, I'll shoot all the ammo in here out of boredom. Right, so, tell me, what's it about?
I'll tell you in the car.
Ooh, can I bring Bertha?
Ah, for the love of... Marty, this is a routine case. You can't bring your shotgun, okay?
Jesus.
Bertha stays.
Okay.
Just gonna start blasting.
But at least Susie can come, right?
All right, Susie can come.
That's what I want to hear.
We've been partners for almost 10 long, hard years. Well, we were. Because now he's only helping me unofficially until I wrap up this case. Marty's a hothead with a hard fist, but he's loyal until the end, and I can count on him in every way. But so what happened between them? Especially if Gun's in the picture. That's what reveals his true self, and that's when I don't want to get in his way. Not anymore, at least. So he just likes murdering, and I accidentally got shot during the thing. I take it. Wait, how do I... That's how you reload. Okay. No! No! The delay! Whew. It gets to a point where there's a delay. Okay. Let's redo that. Let's do that again. After you reload, there's like a slight delay to it all. No! No! Oh my god, he dropped out of nowhere. Okay, I got this. Boom, boom. Right over the shoulder. This is gonna happen at some point. Like, it's gonna force me into a shootout type of thing. Because there'd be no point for this or to show me the ammo. Alright, I beat Marty. See
Hey, Marty,
about it.
what about Laura?
Aw.
How come she didn't eat you yet?
What?
Yeah, very funny. We're good, by the way. Mostly. As good as we can be after all these years.
Glad to hear it.
She asks a lot about you.
Really?
His wife?
Yeah. She always hated you for getting me into trouble all the time.
Understandable.
But she also felt sorry for you.
Ah, well, thanks. That's much better.
If I'm honest with you, she loved the chicken police Marty better than this one.
Well, I think I'll take that as a compliment.
Whatever, Sonny.
Marty's wife, or Marty's fiance, is Laura, a beautiful, warm-hearted predator. Why are they? Wait, so, what is she? What animal is she? I don't know what she sees in Marty, but he's too damn lucky to have such a woman for him. So he was. The chicken police are part of the predator division, though.
Still drink coffee?
So is that only for predator-styled animals?
Yeah, my only poison. Except for guns, of course. And women.
We could visit our old haunt. What do you think?
Oh, a nice cup of Zips coffee and the hot dog. I'm in. Oh, and maybe we'll get into a little fight too, huh?
If it comes to that, I'm leaving you without a blink.
Oh yeah, like last time?
Those were different times, Marty. With a different Sonny.
Well, all right. To the city then.
To the city.
You don't have to come with me, you know.
Okay, I know. Let's go. Sonny, there's a little problem.
Not so little, and it smells too. What the furry hell is Blood Boil doing here?
Well, it seems we can't avoid speaking to him.
Oh, yes,
see him in the corner there.
You have your rifle with you, right?
Jesus.
What?
Just kidding. Sort of.
Oh, he thought he was serious, really? Let's look real quick. I don't see the icon. Zip H. Murphy. Special featuring an old enemy who became a good friend. Hot dog. Place is famous for its exceptional coffee and exceptionally frequent whims that take place around it. Well, it's not assurance of life operating any joint outside of Roachtown.
The chief doesn't seem to be in a good mood, but he never is, actually.
Okay, let's talk to Blood Boil.
What a surprise. The two pigeons back together. And without my permission, of course.
Chief Blood Boil.
Damn.
What was that, Santino?
Nothing, sir. What a lovely evening. Am I right?
Can they not hang out and talk to each other?
I don't hear your crowing, Santino. What the hell are you doing here?
Hey, careful with the racist barking, old hound.
Oh, it's getting hot in here. Can we just skip this part? It's New Year's after all.
And you're on duty, if I'm not mistaken, Martin. Where do you think you're going?
That's it, boss. To serve and protect. Sonny was in the neighborhood and stopped by to say hi. He's a cop too, right?
Only on paper, and you know that very well, Detective.
Jeez.
I don't want any trouble, boss. I just wanted to say hi to Monica, and then this feather pillow showed up. I invited him to grab a quick coffee. You can allow him that much, can't you?
Your coffee breaks usually end up in shooting or brawling, chickens.
Ah. Okay.
Oh, just a coffee, boss. I swear. Oh, have a heart.
So he's got good reason.
I haven't seen my old partner for so long.
How touching. You shot him with a shotgun, if I remember.
Family quarrel.
For all the marrow bones of the world, get the hell out of my sight.
God
Have
damn.
a lovely evening, boss.
You especially. Fuck off right now, Santino.
Damn! Yeah, he's not like them together. Tells Aiden, he's my boss and living statue of justice. He's tough, ruthless, and above all, unbreakable. Of course, he's a racist bastard. But still, I don't want to be here when he retires. To witness how chaos develops the hard life again. Where's that? Sorry, one of those things close to. How do you... We already did that. We already saw that. Weird.
On it.
Let's talk to him again.
What is it, Santino?
Nothing, sir.
And you need something, Martin?
No, sir.
Then get out of my sight, birds.
Alright then. Oops, no thing.
We can't avoid speaking with the chief first.
I talked to the chief, okay? So I'm gonna talk to Monica now.
We're leaving, sweetheart.
Stay safe, boys. I'm glad to see you two together again.
I'm afraid you're alone with that.
Hey, don't make me change my mind.
You won't, Marty. I bet you can't wait to get mixed up in some serious trouble again.
Yep, that's true.
I'm serious, boys. Be careful out there.
Got it.
We're big birds, Monica. We can take care of ourselves. Mostly.
Okay, but take care of each other, too.
Will do, Monica.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, now we can leave. Let's go to the hot dog real quick.
The hop dog was like the last warning.
Now we'll go to Alice.
You can still turn back. My eyes lingered on the sign. An enormous dog. Like a neon god with limitless power over cheap hot dogs, plastic hamburgers, and watered-down coffee.
Plastic hamburgers?
The cold light called me. But I didn't want to get out of the car. If we went in, we were all gonna be pancakes, kept together by cold syrup.
What does that mean?
Marty's worried look shook me out of my reverie. Oh, cluck. Was I talking to myself again?
So you've been doing this out loud? Double. Yeah, that's an insect guy. Ugh.
Look at the poor bastard.
He's looking okay, Marty. Remember what we saw when we worked at the Hive?
Wild ones. Don't even remind me. Trying to forget that shit every day.
It's been even worse since. I guess you heard about the riots.
Who hasn't? You know, people are afraid that the Great Fire will happen again, and those hive houses are pretty flammable.
I don't speak of the devil, Marty. But to be honest, I have no idea how this insect matter can be solved.
Why are there bugs? Why do there have to be bugs?
I do. We just open the ghettos and let the insects live among us like they did for centuries.
Your heart is pure gold, buddy. But you know it's not that easy. Clawville isn't what it used to be.
Plays good music.
Hey, pal.
His face is just horrifying.
Can you hear me?
I think he can. I just think he doesn't want to talk to us, or just part of a hive thing.
Could this wreck belong to Zip?
Well, it's a wreck just like him, so I guess it could. Peaceful, isn't it?
Because the whole town's probably drunk by now.
Maybe that's the only way it can bear itself.
Doesn't it remind you of someone?
Shut up, Marty.
Got you there, old bird.
I don't think that the acoustics on that would work well, would it? Because it's the way the holes are carved. They're just two holes put together. Two regular ones.
Are you sure that thing's a dog? I always wondered.
The name Hop Dog is quite a giveaway. Don't you think so, Mr. Detective?
Sometimes the most natural connections lead us astray.
Who? A natural-born genius?
Yeah, right.
Let's see. What else is there? The warning on the entrance. What else? Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, that's furry.
Is this still a thing?
The situation's getting even worse, Marty. Have you heard how the young mothers of the Cobbler District are forced to make a living?
I have no idea what goes on in the hive, Sonny. I don't think I want to know. But you're still gonna tell me, right?
Prostitution is the lesser evil.
Jesus.
What's worse is that some folks have to sell their kids when they're still larvae.
Oh, God.
Wait, what? Why?
They pay a hefty sum for each of them downtown. They sell them as gourmet food in the most expensive restaurants.
What the hell?
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
We made this city, Marty. Clawville didn't do this to itself. Don't ever forget that.
They're selling the larva children just to be freaking eaten.
Ugh, the place is deserted. Poor Zip.
You're right.
Yep, the guy's middle name is bad luck.
H?
That's for sure.
What is it? Let's do Handful of Feathers. I guess it's already playing. City on Fire. I don't think I get to choose. Oh, no, here. Okay, I have to hit those buttons. Oh, it doesn't change it for the rest of it. Fly with me, baby. Casamary's the star of rock and roll.
And voila, the master himself.
What a finch.
Sonny, he's a pigeon, not a finch.
Don't make me angry, Marty.
Okay, I was only joking.
The highlight of my day.
Yeah, I can smell it already. How does he make the coffee here so special?
Look at that mangy trash panda and tell me, do you really want to know?
You're right.
As always. Well, that's a good question, pal.
King's that lion.
What insight?
Anything else on here? No.
The door didn't look like this last time.
Yeah, because last time you tore it out and beat that baboon with it.
Oh, yeah. I remember now. So that's why Zip remodeled the whole place.
Jesus.
He had to. We didn't leave much of it standing.
If I didn't know how nice we are, I'd almost hate ourselves.
Welcome to the club, partner.
He sure didn't get any younger.
Or prettier.
Damn.
You think he's still mad at us?
Frankly, Marty, I don't give a damn.
I mean, if they tore up my place to the point where I have to remodel everything, I think I'd be pretty pissed.
Hello, boys. Now, get the hell out of here while I'm asking nicely.
Yep.
Hey, is that how you greet two old friends?
Hey, I'm not joking, Sonny. I got a shotgun under the bar.
No, you don't, because if you had, we'd arrest you here and now.
If there's still life in you when you're full of buckshot.
It's going well so far.
We're just here for a coffee, Zip, okay? Like old times.
Nothing's like old times. Haven't you noticed?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's quite noticeable.
Shit. All right. And where'd you blow in from?
We haven't been anywhere yet, but we're going somewhere.
Everybody's going somewhere, right?
Tell me, how much do you know, Zip?
That depends. How deep is it?
Bottom of the well kind. Goes down around Ibn Wessler.
Holy hell! Wessler? You've dipped your wings in deep shit, boys.
If you've got anything on him, don't keep it to yourself. We'd be grateful.
Grateful? Maybe you're not gonna trash my joint this time, eh? You know, Ibn's acting strange nowadays. He always believed that if you want something done, you do it yourself. That's how it was for years, anyway.
And?
Okay.
But now, he left his real estate, the fish racing clubs, the casinos, and the bars to his right-hand man, Mongrel Mick. And ever since, he's been kinda weird. Bottomed out. Brooding in the seediest joints of the city. Nobody ever knew him to be like this. Weird, huh?
Yeah,
So at
weird.
least.
Do you think it's about a lady?
It's always about a lady.
Well, there is a woman.
I knew it.
But not like you think.
Is this gonna cost much?
Only a favor. Like the good old days.
Nothing's like the good old days, you said. It's just
Okay,
a favorite.
I'm in.
Back constrained recently. He was trying to withdraw from his own shady businesses to live a simple life, simple pleasures. That wouldn't be a problem in itself, but it just doesn't like him. Oh, wait, no, I wasn't done. Still more things to look at. Just because we got his image. Used to be a small-time criminal, but the underworld pushed him out. Now he makes the best coffee in the whole city in a rundown roadside rest area. And is a useful police informant. He getting old, still has connections. Worth talking to him about everything, but time's at its way with him too. The Cabo district, also known as the Hive or Roachtown, was once part of the city but became a walled-off ghetto when 98% of the citizens... Oh, Jesus. Currently the biggest threat to the city are the riots and the Hive that have almost driven out the city-state to the brink of civil war multiple times. So treat them cool. So no fighting, no civil war. Don't leave them walled up and shit like that. Long after the meat war following the economic crisis, in 893, a fire almost took the entire city of Clawville, originated in the Ratwell district. Not even the River Times that would stand its way. It was a fiery hell incarnate, after which the city had been built up again almost from scratch. Mikazuo, most infamous henchman of Ivan Wesley, known by many rather scary nicknames thanks to his cruel nature. Sonny and Marty have crossed paths with Mick before, and it took a lot of effort to get out of those encounters with feathers intact.
So, Ibn's gone insane.
Love will kill you in the end, they say.
Seems like everyone's in a poetic mood today.
You're one to talk, by the way.
Huh? Why? So, about that woman. Is she really that dangerous?
What woman is it, huh?
No, Zip. I mean, really dangerous.
She's got the most influential gangster of the city wrapped around her finger. She calls him her little furball. How dangerous do you think she is?
Well, that's giant red flags.
Have you ever been to that place?
Of course, 100 times. Everyone who matters in this city's been there. Sorry, guys. But then, it had a different name and a different owner.
Business affairs, right?
Yeah, that was the dark era, Sonny. I don't want to talk about it.
Roger that.
I've got to say, you've revamped the joint pretty well.
Yeah, after you trashed it, I had to.
Look, I'm sorry, Zip. That Ocelot and his gorilla.
Baboon, not gorilla.
Whatever.
Sonny, what's your beak?
So you owe me one until about the end of time. But I'd settle for you washing up here for a few years after retirement, Sonny.
Mind your tongue, furball.
Okay, another fun. Like,
You
what's his
didn't
old
get
name?
any younger, pal.
You're telling me? You look like you haven't had a good night's sleep since forever.
To be honest, I've never had a good night's sleep in my life.
You will when the big sleep comes.
And what are your plans? Dying behind the bar?
Of course. You got a better idea?
A couple, yeah. But somehow this suits you.
You know what? Your mother's a goat.
Alright, those are all the questions asked. See if we can
That
speak to him about
Natasha's
it.
a mysterious woman. A real cursed jewel, if you ask me. She came out of nowhere 2 or 3 years ago and landed on the stage of the Millions almost immediately.
Is that so? Interesting.
Yeah, she's got a fantastic voice. Makes men go crazy. But we all know that's not what's important. Then suddenly, bam! She got the whole club. Just like that. But we know exactly how it was.
I can imagine, yeah. Since then, it operates under the name the Czar Club, right?
The old click is still clicking, right? Yeah, the club was renamed and remodeled. Everyone knows she was Ibn's lover, but she's not your usual canary. She didn't get involved in Ibn's dirty dealings.
And how exactly does she fit into the picture?
Check this. A few months ago, the old rat pulled out of his own businesses and gave control to Mongrel Mick and his mob.
Mongrel Mick? Doesn't sound familiar.
Mick the Marauder ring a bell?
Damn, that little monkey came this far?
I think that little shit took advantage of Ibn not being himself.
Which has something to do with this Natasha, right?
That's my guess.
Thanks for the straight dope, Zip. We owe you one.
One? You owe me the price of a new coffee shop, remember?
Okay. Whatever you need. Just call us.
I cluck and will.
Thanks, pal.
So he's clucking as well.
I'm not your pal, Marty.
She was the singing sensation to millions and later became the owner under Ibn's patronage. Not much is known of her past before this, though. Zip was delivering information to Ivan a couple years ago. He was already working as a police informant then, so he may have been reporting to both sides, the sneaky little bastard. I think I'm gonna... Can I save it? Does it auto-save? If we go to another location, it should. I'm gonna go to this one. Guess I'm done for now, actually.
Yeesh. My condolences, pal. I see your cleaning lady died.
Yeah, she set foot in the bedroom once. I haven't seen her since. I didn't dare to go after her.
Oh, I wouldn't want to go in there either. But what's that smell?
Cigarettes and whiskey.
Yeah, with a hint of dirty laundry, but no. This is lavender?
Deborah.
Right. Now, that's got to be the Ibanez dame. You know, the broad who gave me the letter. And the job, obviously.
Ah, pretty, huh? I can smell it. She's an exotic, too. An Impala, maybe?
Jesus, man, how? How can you
Furry
just smell
hell.
that shit?
That's why Chief Inspector Bloodboil hates you so much. He's jealous because your nose is better than a clucking bloodhound.
The bitter old dog. He just hates all foul.
True. Except for Monica.
Monica's a fairy, not a bird. So, what now?
Well, let's gather my stuff and head to the club. We gotta find out who this Natasha is and what she wants from us. I mean, what she really wants.
After you, Boss Bird. I wouldn't like to touch anything in here anyway. If it's okay, I'll just stand around and stare out the window.
Sure, just do it quietly.
Do you? Okay, hopefully this is saved, because I don't know any other way. Yeah. No. Okay.